Jim, welcome to episode 7 of Connections with Jim Franco. It's good afternoon from Ohio and good morning to you in California.
Bill, thank you very much. It's always a pleasure being interviewed by you. You're a superstar. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Jim. So, episode 7, Jim, we're going to be talking today about making the most of trade shows. As you and I both know, trade shows for a long time have been a cornerstone of the aftermarket. You go to a lot of them. You've made investments in a lot of them over many, many decades. So, a few questions. So, you've been to many, many, many trade shows over the years. It's a big commitment for you, for your business, financially, time. What do you think makes a successful trade show presence for a company? Not only booth, but how do you make the most of your time when you're at a trade show event?
Well, I got to start with one of the first things we do is we announce to all of our own customers. We invite them to come by and usually give them we buy them lunch or give them some kind of a little package, a book, something to say thank you for taking the time to stop by. And of course, the next thing we do is we market to the world, the automotive aftermarket world, of course, to invite them to come. And especially, I'll sometimes mention some new product or new process we have to get people interested in coming. But I always have something to hand out to our customers. Besides the bowl of candy, we always have something special. Like I just said earlier, buy them lunch or one of my autolog books with a pen in it. Or we have a business card now that has a QR code on it so they can click on it and there's all of our flyers. So they don't have to carry things around. So we try and think out of the box, not just for our team members, but for our customers. So it's been trade shows are fun.
So there's a fair amount of, before you go, you're not just showing up and winging it. You're putting a fair amount of prep and energy and time thinking about what you're going to be doing, how you're going to be doing, letting people know before you're coming. You're giving it all the time and effort it needs to make it great.
Bill, I don't want to give you a number, but when I put close to 20 people in Las Vegas in the Venetian, well, that's the Superstar, otherwise it'd be across the street. It's a buck.
Yep,
it's a big buck.
Yep.
So because it is, I also make it fun and enjoyable for my team members, which is important.
So Jim, you've been to Apex many, many times. So I'm thinking between Apex, did you ever exhibit at APAA? Was that ever something for you?
Yes.
How about Big Eye, right? Or
long time ago.
Or the Asia show, right? So
yep.
You've been to many, many times over the years. Do you have any memorable moments that happened for you, your team, or the business at one of these events over the years?
Well, memorable events about a trade show. I think taking my whole team to a private room and having a phenomenal dinner. Don't look at the menu and drink as much as you want type scenario is celebrating their efforts because now I gotta tell you the truth. I never, in all the almost 40 years I've been going to trade shows, we've never ever could afford. In the beginning, we couldn't afford to get the union guys over there to put up our booth. So I always had my people doing it. So, and pretty soon now I've got, 8 or 10 to 12 people that come early. And now obviously myself and Donnie and Mike, et cetera, are at the AWDA for 2 days. In that 2-day period of time, my team is putting the trade show up and putting all the wiring down, putting up the stands, putting this stuff all together, putting the literature. So I feel kind of obligated that's not part of their job description, but they do it because they love the company and me. So I I do whatever I can to make them feel that they're really important, and thank them for doing that.
Yeah, those trade shows, it's a lot of work, right? There are a
A
lot,
lot of work.
the prep, all the hours during the day, during the night, it goes on a long, long time, right? 3 or 4 days can seem like a month, right?
Yes, yes. We had the perfect opportunity to be able to change our booth up. I think it's 3 years ago. We did a whole new booth with all the new material that stretched around rather than the truss. I used to have a truss before. That was exciting. Designing that and pulling that out together has been fun.
Now, I don't know if you have an answer for this. Did you ever make just one, like, does one incredible sale stand out to you that might have happened at a trade show? Or it might not have happened right there, but someone you called on before and they came to the booth and gave you an order that got you excited?
Well, we have a common little fun thing. Anybody gets a signature at the show gets an extra few $100s. I don't know exactly what we did, but that was very, very difficult. But I've had guys that they've already talked to the customer, already did the demo, and they say, if you come to the trade show, we'll give you a little trade show special and sit them right down there and get a signature. I think that's exciting. I can't think of any uh, quote big deal, but we've done a whole bunch of deals through the trade show. And it's not only at the show because we don't. Number one, we don't try and do full blown demos at the show because it's too time constrained and it's not the place. But an overview of what we do and who we are, and then we set up a time to get together with the client and show them all the goodies that we have. Um, so yes, I can't think of one big one, but I guarantee we've done a lot of them.
I'm sure you have. So, as you and I both know, a lot of trade shows are in Vegas, right, over the years, automotive related. You mentioned it briefly about some of your team meetings in private rooms in Vegas with great meals and not even looking at the menu and order whatever you want with wine and stuff.
Ouch.
Any other memorable moments, or do you have any special places you like to take your team or a client or key players to you in Vegas?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really. I don't believe that Vegas is tough. See, we have the individual buying group.
Yep.
That way, we have some of our special customers, and we have time at those time to go out to a local restaurant or even there. We do a lot of that, but at Apex, that doesn't happen very much. It's because of all the every evening they have cocktail hours at the ADN. You guys have your Babcock's thing, so usually every evening there's other activities to do with the group of people rather than individuals, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. So when you go out there, you guys are pretty much going from sun up to sundown, right? You're getting there first thing in the morning, and you guys are working through 9 o'clock, right?
Exactly. 9 o'clock at night, just camaraderie, spreading the words, and meeting. We love the automotive aftermarket, especially we've been in it for so long. I mean, it's what they call good old boy week. It just the people that you see and meet that we none of us ever get any older looking, but it's just fun to reminisce with old clients or employees or business associates you haven't seen uh, for a year until next year. So it's that part of the trade show is exciting to me.
Terrific. Jim, great to be with you as always, and thank you for your words of wisdom to make the most out of trade shows.
Oh, well, thank you, Bill. It's always a pleasure, and have a blessed day. Appreciate you.